sports.
We are sports. We are San Diego.
Venerable Wrigley Field, 100 years old this year. Clark and Addison, baseball for 100 years, and they're lined up to see the first of a three-game series on this Tuesday night. A hot, humid 90 degrees, 90% or more humidity, as the Padres, they're 11.5 out of first place in the NL West, and the Cubs are 13.5 out of first place in the NL Central. Bud Black and Rick Renteria, two longtime friends, exchanging line of cards at home plate as we welcome you to Chicago. It's the first of a 7-game road trip, 3 here and then 4 in Atlanta with Mark Grant back home. And Dick Henberg, we're pleased that you've joined us. And the big news today, a trade.
It was pretty much inevitable because the trade rumors were going around with Chase Headley. We saw Houston Street go to the Angels. So Chase Headley, he is going to wear the pinstripes in the Bronx. Yangervis Solarte comes from the Yankees. There you see his number, 75. And pretty decent numbers. You can plug him in a lot of places. Utility infielder, second, short, third, doubles type guy. Hit a couple of years in double figures in home runs. So enter Yangervis Solarte, and we wish nothing but good luck to Chase Headley going to wear this pinstripes in New York.
And Solarte will be in uniform. He's flying in, expected to be in uniform before the game is through. On the trade, let's go to Assistant General Manager A.J. Hinch. Here are the details.
Trading Chase Headley to the Yankees, we get back 2 players that we like. We get back Yangervis Solarte, utility infielder, who will be here tonight during the game, and right-handed pitcher Rafael DePaula. So difficult in knowing what Chase Headley has meant to the Padres, what he's done, but also very necessary when it comes to the situation we're in and the pending free agency for Chase. It was a move that we felt was needed to move this organization forward.
That's our Geico quote of the day. And
he's going to play. He's going to be in the lineup, hopefully produce some numbers for the Padres rest of the year.
And we indeed all wish Chase Headley a great continuing career with the pinstripes in New York. Ready for baseball here at Wrigley Field in Chicago, and a chance to see the National League Player of the Month, Anthony Rizzo, the All-Star. He is tied for the lead in home runs in the National League. And we're set to go. Will Venable leads it off for the Padres with Amarista and Smith to follow against right-hander Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks, local lad, born in Newport Beach, attended Capistrano Valley High School and then matriculated at Dartmouth, where he earned his degree in economics. It's his second major league start. So his heart has to be thumping as he goes for his first big league win. Venable loses his close friend today, Chase Headley, going on to New York. They grew up together in the Padre organization.
Yeah, it seems like now the only two homegrown Padres are Tim Stauffer and Will Venable, right, on the roster?
That's about it.
Those are the only two?
Our times change. It's the baseball carousel. 1-2 to Will. Backs away. Hendricks has had an outstanding year in the minor leagues with the Cubs. Actually came over in July 2012 with a trade with Texas. That's his best pitch, a changeup, and one away. As we check the Toyota San Diego Padre lineup with Venable leading off, Alexi Amarista stepping in now, hitting second, then Seth Smith in left field. Yasmani Grandal, a homer in each of the last two games, both won by the Padres. Chris Nelson takes the 5 spot. He'll be playing third. Headley's position, Jake Gobert from Northwestern at first base, then Denorfia, Brooks Conrad, and Eric Stultz.
Yeah, Dick, you mentioned that changeup from Hendricks. That is his out pitch. So these Padre hitters, you might see him swing early on the fastball. He's about 88 to 90, 91 on the fastball.
That ball grounded through the left side, and Amarista has the first hit of the ball game, going the opposite way.
Let's dig a little deeper on Kyle Hendricks. The scouting report brought to you by Jaguar of San Diego. 4-pitch pitcher, and he uses all 4 of those pitches to both sides of the plate. Fastballs up and in, down and away. Changeup, he can spot that as well. Curveball and slider to mix it up.
Amarista with a single to left field brings up Seth Smith, Padres top hitter in almost every offensive category. In fact, indeed, in every significant offensive category: runs, hits, on base percentage, walks, home runs. And with Headley on to New York, leads in RBIs as well with 29. Although Solarte, when he finally gets in a Padre uniform with 31 runs batted in New York, will be the leader. Shift is on, a dramatic shift at that. And Smith bluffing a bunt that he might want to drop one toward third, and that's going to move third baseman closer to third base. Now he's halfway. He was almost standing on second base initially. Skies gray and heavy with moisture. This is a true midsummer, hot, humid Midwestern night. Outside and 2-0 to Smith. That's a good sign that the flags, well, they were limp 2 hours ago and now picking up. So there's some weather coming in from the west.
And blowing straight out, not good for pitchers. You get out of a cab here from the hotel, the first thing you do is you check the flags, see which way they're blowing. And tonight, right now, straight out to center field.
That will be to the liking of Smith and the hitters. And the count goes 2-1. Well, Smith, not a home run to win it on Sunday, but a walk-off dribbler to the right side that had the Mets fumbling and scratching, and that got Maben in with a winning run. In a 2-1 Padre victory, Lasagna, a near no-hitter, was 4 outs away. 2 balls and a strike, and Smith backs away. Kendricks, long and lean, 6'3" and 190 pounds. He's only 24 years of age. Grandal next.
Very baseball savvy, Hendricks. See, his baseball IQ is really up there off the charts.
There's that changeup, and he had Smith well in front.
He's just not a thrower. This kid knows how to set up hitters. He loves to study the opposing hitters. Very smart, and he doesn't, just because he's a smart pitcher doesn't mean he overthinks things. We'll throw over to first base possibly here.
More on Hendricks. He came over in a trade 2 Julys ago from Texas in a deal that sent Ryan Dempster to the Rangers. And in the minor leagues, counting this year, he's 31-19. So he is their top pitching prospect. Another foul, 2-2.
First look at the curveball from Hendricks. Looks like a nice tight 12-6er.
In his major league debut 12 days ago against Cincinnati, he went 6 innings, allowed 4 runs, 5 hits, but struck out 7. Cubs were impressed with his effort. And the count goes full. Elsa Marcha and Hamill going to Oakland, and so Rick Renteria and the Cubs had to go down the minor leagues.
Yep.
It's not been easy.
It's not going to be easy, but it's going to create some opportunity for some pitchers in the Cubs system.
They're 2-11 since that trade, and they've lost 5 in a row.
Let's see if Hendricks, as we take a look at Rick Renteria, the skipper of the Chicago Cubs, see if he has confidence in that changeup 3-2 here with that runner on first base.
And let's see if Amarista's going. He is. And the ball's inside and low, ball 4. So the Padres have a couple on here in the first inning with just 1 out, and YASMANI GRANDAL comes up. Look at the Cubs defense, brought to you by Honda. Lake in left, Alcantara in center, Ruggiano on right, Holt, Castro, Bonifacio, and Rizzo on the infield with Castillo behind the plate. It's an interesting lineup in that of the 8 regulars, 5 come from the Dominican Republic.
And they lead the league with last names ending in vowels. Alcantara, Ruggiano, Bonifacio, Castro, Rizzo, Castillo.
Lake.
That's right. I forgot. E is a vowel.
All right, GRANDAL with a chance to do early damage. 2 on, 1 out. All 9 of his home runs from the left side. He takes a strike.
Well, this is what the Padres need to do. We've talked about it all season long. Early opportunity, RBI opportunity for YASMANI, who's swinging the bat really well. Hey, just get it elevated, hit it hard. It'll go.
Ooh, Marista took a big lead. Ball nubbed off the head of the bat to third base coach Glenn Hoffman.
It seems in crunch time that Hendricks is going to go to that changeup. There was a changeup there, 0-1.
New Padre Chris Nelson, called up from the minors, has had good success against the Cubs, so he's slotted number 5 in the batting order tonight by Black. Strike 3 called. GRANDAL doesn't get the bat to work for him. 3 pitches and he's out of there. Second strikeout. We have time now for our Saquon Pick the Stick. Fans, you decide who you're with. Tweet hashtag I'm with. Last name of the broadcaster you think has the best pick. If you're right, you could win a free foursome of golf at the Saquon Golf Resort. I'm off to a great start as GRANDAL goes down swinging or taking. Chris Nelson 4 for 10 since joining the club. He's had good success against the Cubs in his career, and he takes a strike. 10 for 21, a 476 mark against Chicago with a home run.
Well, you know what the 2 trades should do, I think, from a player standpoint, that clubhouse for the Padres? Bonding a little closer together and really tightening down the ratchets to try to really produce, right? Not put pressure on yourself, but come together as a team, right? I mean, you lose Houston Street, fine. Chase Headley, inevitable.
Hundley is gone, so the more veteran leadership's gone. So somebody's going to have to take charge. A young fella that's got the stuff in him.
I think so, Dick, and I think collectively also, people are going to have to pull on the same end of the rope collectively to produce the second half of the season.
1-1 to Nelson. In this first inning, Hendricks showing his full variety of pitches, all 4 of them.
Well, Andrew Cashner on the mend. You know, the Padres need him back in their rotation ASAP.
When's that going to happen?
Jury's still out.
Back in familiar territory, the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Back to the mound, and Hendricks pitches out of mild trouble here in the first inning. Here come the Cubs. Bonifacio to lead it off.
Organization, even prior to me being here, had said that. He posted every day, wanted to come and play. He played through injury. He had stretches of great performance. He had stretches of times where he struggled, but great character and good man, and he was appreciative to Bud Black and the organization, certainly our communication, and very thankful for his time as a Padre. He kind of grew up in baseball here in the Padres organization, and now he moves on to New York.
Vice President, Assistant General Manager H.A. Hinge, as the talks continue and rumors fly. Still a full week before the trading deadline. And the one aspect is it's bittersweet. I mean, we all like Chase Headley. It's tough to see a man suddenly he's not part of your team.
It's part of the business, right? It goes with the territory.
Yeah.
They all know that.
And he did know that something was. I mean, he had time to prepare, don't you think?
Sure, absolutely. No question about that.
Sometimes it's a total shock. He knew it was coming.
Even when you know it's coming and it happens. I mean, like AJ said, he was a homegrown Padre. He came up through the ranks. He's worn that Padres in San Diego on his chest for a long, long time. I don't care who you are. It's an emotional time for you.
Bonifacio leads it off against Eric Stoltz, and the strike zone seemed rather wide for Pat Hoberg in the top of the first inning, but a couple of borderline pitches, and it's 2-0. Stoltz would like that wide strike zone. That's how he has to pitch. Hoberg behind the plate, Titchener, Culpa, and Hickox on the bases, and there's a strike. 2-1. Bonifacio has just returned from the disabled list. He's been gone a long time, out since June 13th with an oblique strain. Switch hitter. We're glad to have him back. He can play infield and outfield. Check swing, one around.
Now, sometimes when a hitter or a position player has an injury like that, you can't swing, right? So it's going to take some time to get back into baseball mode, spring training mode, to where you feel 100%, and you can really let it go, cut it loose.
And the count goes full to the leadoff man. Eric Stoltz grew up in nearby Indiana, near Fort Wayne, and Argus, Indiana. Line to left field is hooking down into the corner, and a fair ball. Bonifacio's return with a loud sound. He's going to try for three. No, he puts on the brakes and goes back as Smith was having trouble digging it out of that corner. A blind corner from our point of view. So Bonifacio, leadoff double.
Well, he's batted the most for the Cubs in the leadoff position, this being the 57th game, and he goes down and gets a pitch from Stoltz, who really has to live on the edges, and this one is just fair down into the corner. Now, Seth Smith out there in left, he kind of can't find the handle, and Bonifacio says, you know what, I'm leading off. There's nobody out. Why try to stretch it? He didn't even touch second base the first time. Goes back and then touches for the double.
That brings up Arismendi Alcantara. Just called up. 10 hits and 35 at bats. Also a switch hitter. Ball one. Hitting right-handed, 2 for 11. A lot of new faces in Chicago uniform as they make. That ball is a bat flying over the dugout of the Cubs 4 or 5 rows back. Goodness. Well, it's very hot and humid and things are slick. I mean, you have to re-shower 5 minutes after you're out of the shower.
You're telling me things are slick tonight, huh? Wow. Yeah, it's a smoker.
And hopefully everyone's okay. Signal from the usher saying they want somebody else to come down and take a look at the fan.
You know, you've got to be heads up here. You are right on top of the action here at the friendly confines at Wrigley Field. Bats, baseballs, you're on top of it.
A ball and a strike. Bonifacio at second base, their best base runner. And that clips foul out of play.
Jaguar of San Diego brings you the scouting report for Eric Stoltz, the left-hander making his 20th start. Hey, stay out of the heart of the plate. We know that Eric Stoltz gives up a lot of hits, a lot of base runners in those innings pitched, and elevate with 2 strikes of that fastball. Out of the zone. Make him fish for it.
Well, here's an opportunity here. Let's see if he goes upstairs.
There it is.
Foul back.
Hey, talk about the catbird seed, huh?
They grow them bold in the Midwest.
Yeah, they do.
The 1-2 pitch.
Turn the back door, a little slider there from Eric Stoltz. That's where Eric Stoltz wants to miss if he's going to miss. He doesn't want to miss on the outer third of the plate. Alcantara will be able to smoke that ball the opposite way if it gets too much of the plate.
And now another full count. He went 3-2 to Bonifacio and gave up the double. Bonifacio, the Dominican. Alcantara, also from the Dominican Republic. Castro, Lake, Castillo, the catcher. And the fan that was struck by the flying bat being assisted back into the first aid room under their own power. Over but low, says umpire Hoberg, and 2 men around with no one out. The lady got it up on the forehead. Thank goodness she's able to go for 8. Cubs batting order: Bonifacio, Alcantara. Now here's the July Player of the Year in the National League, Anthony Rizzo, 23 home runs, tied for the National League lead. Then Castro, Ruggiano has some power. Castillo as well behind the plate. Junior Lake hit 7th, Mike Old's 8th, and the pitcher Hendricks, Kyle Hendricks. So this is exactly in your keys to the game, Mark Grant, that you did not want to see. Rizzo up there with 2 men on, no one out.
Well, you're absolutely right, Dick, and I was glad to get a little help from you over dinner, and we were trying to go. No, seriously, we're going over the keys of the game, and this is a big key. And the keys brought to you by the Honda dealers of San Diego. And Dick, you said it. Table clear for Rizzo. Not the case here. 2 runners on for the big hitting first baseman of the Cubs, and Eric Picasso, right? Paint the corners. He's got to be an artist tonight. Stand at the heart of the plate and work those corners.
Some nice brush work would come in handy right here. And he falls behind 2-0, so he's behind all 3 hitters so far. Rizzo has had less success against the Padres than any other team in 14 games, batting only .218. Just 24 years young. Foul back. 34-year-old Stoltz looking for his 4th win and his first win on the road this year. 0-7 in his 10 starts. And you have to go in and put on a fresh uniform just after warming up for the game.
Yeah, there's going to be a few jersey changes, I would say. T-shirt changes, although they wear that dry fit stuff these days, which kind of helps rather than the old days wearing the wool T-shirt or wool sleeves like they used to way back. This is one of those days where, honestly, even your shoes, your socks get sweaty. Inside your shoes, you start squishing around a little bit.
You do indeed. And it was that way on the farm when he was baling hay in northern Indiana. Foul tip, 2-2. And they say the weather should come in tonight or tomorrow morning, and then the temperature will drop at least 15 degrees. They forecast 75 high and 60 low tomorrow.
That's great. 15 degrees dropping. I dropped 15 pounds already tonight.
And it's right here on the floor. Hottest game of the year at Wrigley is this one. And another foul. Time down for the top tier playoff profile, brought to you by Arco. Rizzo, 23 homers, tied for first in the National League. 53 walks, on base percentage, slugging percentage, batting average among first basemen. He has become a prize for Chicago. He's part of their future.
Hey, some good first basemen in the National League as well.
2 on, no one out, 2-2 coming up. And he got him. 90 miles an hour on the fastball.
Hey, save the hard stuff for last, right? It's kind of like going out at night. Kind of start slow. Hey, bartender, how about some hard stuff later? Blows it right by him for the strikeout. Watch how far behind the barrel of the bat travels. That ball is by him as the barrel of the bat is through the zone. Big strikeout with runners on to Anthony Rizzo.
That was in his power zone, too. Here's Starlin Castro. He and Rizzo, both members of the National League All-Star team, both had one at bat without a hit. Tough day for that man when the players traded away someone that he's known well all of his managerial career in San Diego. You got to spread the one that gives the news. And, it's like a relative leaving town.
Yeah.
Castro, 11 home runs. He's had more hits than any shortstop in baseball since 2011. Good bat. That one just outside. You can see Stoltz pose for the call.
Let's take a look at the Nissan tracks there, Dick. Ooh, just off the plate a little bit. I think that's got to be called a strike.
If it touches any part of that plate, it is. Bonifacio there at second with the leadoff double, and Alcantara at first base. And Stoltz, like his opposing pitcher Kyle Hendricks, trying to pitch out of first inning trouble. A ground ball double play wouldn't be a bad thought here. 2-1.
Hey, some Padre fans here. That's nice. We got to hydrate, especially today. Drink a lot of water.
Whole family. 2-1 on the 24-year-old shortstop Castro. Foul tip.
Hey, Eric Stoltz has mixed it up tonight. Fastball, changeups. That's a little slider there. We've seen more sliders this early on than the curveball from Eric.
Cubs are 40-57 at the start tonight. Padres 43-55. Rick Renteria, most popular coach with the Padres. And another full count. So he's gone full on 3 hitters and 2-2 on Rizzo before striking him out.
Yeah, a lot of pitches. Next will be the 25th as Justin Ruggiano waits on deck. Eric starting with the OK circle changeup grip, and then he will adjust accordingly in his glove.
That one's foul. First row down the right field side. And we'll see another first. Well, not a first-time starter, a second-time starter, but someone looking for their first major league win and only their second start tomorrow. Tsuyoshi Wada, left-handed former star in the Japanese League, will be on the mound for the Cubs against Ian Kennedy. Same time here on Fox Sports San Diego, 5 o'clock. Same on Thursday. All 3 games starts on TV at 5. There go the runners, and the bases are loaded. A double and 2 walks, and with 1 out, the Cubs have them jammed. Padres defense brought to you by the Aramco Group. Smith in left, Venable in center, Denorfia in right. Nelson takes over for Headley at third. Amarista at second, Conrad at short, Conrad at second, and Gobert at first base. Boy, it's a new look infield, isn't it, from the start of the season? GRANDAL behind the plate, and Stoltz on the mound.
Well, Dick, as you mentioned early on, the first pitch, 89 degrees, it's humid. Darren Balsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, out to have a chat as Eric Stoltz is working up a serious lather out there. 26 pitches, and no room for error here with only 1 out.
Ruggiano, 32-year-old from Austin, Texas, did his collegiate play at Texas A&M, and in the last 19 games he's hit .366, so it's a hot hitter with the bases loaded. 1 out here in the first inning. High pop-up, shallow and right. Denorfia coming in, setting himself for the throw. And here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. And the throw to third, not in time. DeNorfia's throw dying on the second hop, so Gobert had to intercept it, try to get the runner at third. And the sacrifice fly gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Well, Chris kind of was going at an angle first, then he had to redirect himself in a straight line and then spiked it. A one-hopper in the infield. Jake Gobert being the cutoff man and always trying to, you just don't worry about the runner scoring. You got to trail and think about the trailing runners. He did that, but by that time it was just too soon going into third base.
So first and third, 2 outs and a run home, and Wellington Castillo, the catcher, the batter, hitting .236 with 7 home runs. Ball 1. An exhausting first inning for Eric Stoltz. 28 pitches already.
Yeah, this weather feels like 48.
Right field again, and DeNorfia has a beat on it. Inning comes to an end, but on a hit, the Cubs get a run. Up by a couple of walks, it's 1-0.
Today again, it's pretty nerve-wracking. It's pretty special. We went out and had early BP, and just to actually be on the grounds of Wrigley Field and on the field and hitting balls into the bleachers was a pretty neat experience for me. When I got traded, I looked at the schedule, and that was just my biggest thing, like working to be here for this, and to have this opportunity is truly a dream come true.
Jake Gobert, all smiles being here. He actually left 65 tickets for friends and family, and that still wasn't enough. And when they just announced his name, huge roar over here to the left of me. I asked him about his first memories at Wrigley. He said, my grandpa, when he was 70 years old, threw out the first pitch, and that's my first memory here.
Great tradition in the Gobert family. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, they got the letters spelling out Gobert. Good for them. The great pumpkin is in the house.
And he lines, but right to Rizzo. Well, he tagged it hard. Got right to the big glove of Rizzo at first base.
Well, Jake has put together some good swings since being in the Padre uniform. Nothing can change there, kid. Just keep swinging.
So one out to Chris DeNorfia. DeNorfia. And then Brooks Conrad for the Padres here in the second. The Cubs get a run early. 1-0. Wrigley Field capacities a little over 41,000. It's going to be close to that tonight. And unlike when we come here in the spring, April, May, what a difference it makes with the ivy in full bloom.
It really does. I mean, that's the signature wall right there. If you're any kind of a sports fan and you just take that shot right there, you know exactly where you're at.
That's right.
The wall's 11.5 feet high. The ivy has one hopper right to the third baseman. And Old takes care of Denarfia. 5-3 on the putout. And time now to tweet your photo using hashtag SDFanPhoto. A chance to have it shown in our telecast, brought to you by AT&T. More on the ivy. Did a little research. It's Boston ivy and Japanese bittersweet. They first planted it in 1937. And what a difference it's made to the whole atmosphere here at Wrigley.
Beautiful.
High fly ball, Conrad. Center fielder Alcantara jogs in under it. And the Padres go quickly in the second. It's 1-0 Chicago. All right, Michael. Padres go on to Atlanta after the Thursday night game here, playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday against the Braves in Dixie. Back to work, Eric Stoltz, and the first pitch is fouled away by Junior Lake, with Mike Olt and Kyle Hendricks to follow for the Cubs. Lake's average dipping down to 219. He started with a roar in April, but opposing pitchers have figured out the holes in his swing. So now it's his job to adjust.
And he likes the fastball. So Eric Stoltz will counter with that. A lot of changeups down and away.
Back to Stoltz, right through his legs. Gloved nicely by Conrad. A good play by the second baseman. That's nice range by the veteran Conrad, because the ball went right through the box under the legs of Stoltz.
Yeah, I think that Brooks Conrad had the benefit of that ball hitting the mound and then jumping up in the air. Let's take a look right there. Kind of goes up in the air a little bit. Big hop for Brooks, slides to his feet, takes away a base hit. Nice athletic play.
So one away, and Mike Olt. He had a big April in home runs. A hitter that when he hits it, it goes a long way. Does he hit it enough? His average 142, but it doesn't home runs. Former UConn Husky. Just to say Husky on a night like this just made me feel cooler.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, like UConn Huskies.
Yeah.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
You know how we talked about that AT&T fan photo? if somebody could take a photo of like eating an ice cream cone, or maybe, you know, sitting in a nice swimming pool with about 75 degrees, send it our way. I'd love to see that.
How about an ice house? Remember the old days?
Yes.
The big ice house?
Yep. As Dick mentioned earlier, hottest day at Wrigley this year, hottest day of the month in Chicago.
Kyle Hendricks, a record as a hitter, just his second big league game. Slaps that one foul. Well, it's a rebuilding franchise, the Cubs. But they have one corner of the infield locked, and Anthony Rizzo with plenty of power, and they got a big hitter coming up. At third base, University of San Diego's Chris Bryant, who was the #1 draft pick a year ago, just tearing up AAA ball. Yeah, hitting .345 mark and 33 home runs at Iowa.
Only a matter of time, huh? Those will be two premier positions, first and third base here in Chicago, that Rick Renteria will be glad to fill in that lineup card each and every day for a long time to come.
Two men who have the potential 30 home runs or more.
Yep.
That's in there for a strike. On a 3-1 pitch, he went to a curveball or a slider.
Hey, going back to the days of Ernie Banks and Ron Santo, right? Third sacker and first sacker for the Cubs back in the late 60s.
And he walks the pitcher. That's the third walk given up by Eric Stoltz. That's a no-no. This season at Tennessee and Iowa. Iowa, the AAA franchise of the Cubs. Look at those numbers.
Wow.
84 runs batted in, and we're not out of July.
I would have to say that Chris Bryant doesn't have anything more to prove in AAA. Call him up to the big leagues, maybe in September. Give him some ABs. And you know what the better thing about those stats is? Chris Bryant, great kid, good parents, a good egg.
Here's leadoff man Bonifacio. He doubled and scored the Cubs run in the first inning. Takes a strike. So this is not like Eric Stoltz. He's a control pitcher, and he's walked 3 already. Normally he's 2 or less. And he's walked 3 and has been behind several hitters in the first 2 innings. 42 pitches already.
Yeah, this is one of those games, Dick, where if you're a reliever in the bullpen, you look at the pitch count, you look at the inning and the way things are going, yeah, you kind of get loose, not only physically but mentally as well.
Slicing into the first row of seats down that right field line.
And you know how you make friends with those people down there? When you're in the bullpen, you toss them a baseball. You got them right in the palm of your hand. And you might get a pretzel. You might get a hot dog.
Oh, you might buy a couple of bags of Cracker Jacks. You know, Cracker Jacks were first introduced in the U.S. in this city, Chicago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Thank you for that little nugget.
Yeah. 1893. I didn't get one of the first bags, but I enjoyed them in my youth. Two strikes on Bonifacio. Up the ladder, but too high.
And in fact, one of my favorite trivia questions of all time is regarding Cracker Jack. What is Cracker Jack's dog's name?
Oh, that's right. You pulled that one on me last year. I think I got it right. Fido.
Close. The last letter was correct.
Fouled by.
I'll give you a clue. B14. 072.
Oh, bingo.
There you go.
I didn't care about the name of the dog. I just wanted that sweet prize stuck between
the tattoo,
the popcorn and the peanuts. Protective swing and still alive. 1-2 the count. Couldn't ask for a worse scenario for a pitcher. All those pitches on this kind of night. It is thick. Out of play.
That's now 12 foul balls by the Cubs hitters. That really adds up to the pitch count for Eric Stoltz.
Down on the field, at least there's what breeze and a light breeze out of the west. Up here, we're tucked in over the roof over our head. We get no breeze up here. Boy, it'd be nice to turn around just for about 1 inning. In the dirt. 2-2. We do get spoiled in San Diego, don't we?
We sure do. High humidity tonight. I always think back when the weather was like this, like a day game, and those guys wearing the wool uniforms.
Oh boy.
And here we are tucked to Wrigley. Pretty good seats.
Loop to right. That's going to fall inside the foul line, and on to third goes pitcher Hendricks. That's the last thing he wants to do, have to scamper first to third. As Bonifacio, 2 innings, 2 hits as he bloops that single to right. He has the only 2 hits in the game.
Yeah, sometimes as a hitter, you want to abort the swing, but the bat just can't stop it. On this one, Bonifacio goes after a changeup away. He just throws it out there off the end of the bat. Not the prettiest swing, but a pretty result. Resulting, as you said, Dick, the second hit of the night. You see how hot it is down there on that field.
Can't wait to get his cap off. Meanwhile, Hendricks, the pitcher, long inning for him on the bases. Maybe that was part of the strategy. He put the opposing pitcher on with a walk, let him suffer. Alcantara walked his first time. Foul tip. 1-0 Cubs. We're in the last of the second as we open this 7-game road trip, Chicago and Atlanta. 100 years old, venerable Wrigley Field. First opened for Cubs baseball in 1914. That's in there. Fastball. After this road trip, we're heading to August. St. Louis will come in for the last 3 days of July, and then Atlanta for 3 more on the weekend, first weekend of August. Wouldn't bite on the tailing fastball outside. He's just 22, this young lad out of the Dominican. Rizzo on deck. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's a big strikeout. The third of the game by Stoltz. After 2, 1-0 Cubs.
No, Solarte is a guy we've had our eye on dating back to last offseason, and he signed with the Yankees. And he's a good at bat. He's got bat to ball skills. He can move around the infield, play second, play third, play short. And as a switch hitter, it's tough to strike out and puts the ball in play. So we've got years of control for him. We're going to put him in our mix with Cabrera when he gets healthy, and Amarista and Jerko and Conrad and Nelson, and Jace Peterson's here. So we've accumulated a lot of infielders here that we can take a look at and see who's part of the future here. And
comments of Assistant General Manager A.J. Hinch. And we'll see, look in that dugout, see when Solarte arrives. He's wearing number 27 when he gets here. Expected to be here before games end and available for Bud Black. He's 27 years of age, and he'll wear 27. Here's Stoltz. 2 hits and 24 at bats this year. They're his career numbers. And we'll see how Hendricks reacts after being on the bases most of that inning, having to run from first to third. He's glistening in perspiration. Padres hoping to put together a second half of the season after the All-Star break that is typical of their performance of recent years. Tapped out in front of the mound, and Hendricks makes the play. And a look at Solarte in action with the Yankees, a switch hitter with power from both sides. And a good play there made by the third baseman.
Hey, when you look at the numbers, 5'11", 195. Venezuelan-born infielder. You love the switch hitting. You love the stroke. You love the power. Different ballpark hitting in the Bronx than in San Diego, but still, the guy can hit doubles. And when you look at it, Chase Headley had his injuries, right? You look at the numbers, Solarte kind of outperformed Chase Headley. Nothing against Chase Headley. Solarte 254, Headley 229. 6 home runs to 7 home runs. 31 RBIs for Solarte, 32 RBIs for Chase Headley. Just comparing the numbers.
Right.
Not saying that, just the numbers are what they are.
And one of the key elements, as Hinch described, is that he's got years on his contract. So he's yours for a while. It's not like the case with Chase Headley at the end of the season. He was going to be a free agent no matter how you cut it.
That's right.
And if he signs with somebody else, you get nothing for it. Unless you make a substantial offering, which I'm guessing is 15 to 20 million.
Yeah, it's
Padres,
up there.
Padres weren't going to be able to do that. Venable struck out the first time.
That offer would only be for a 1-year deal.
And a base hit to right field for Will as he strokes one. And the Padres have their second hit off Hendricks. Amarista has the other, and he steps into the batter's box. In the all-time rankings of the Padres, Chase Headley in some significant roles, hits, games, walks, home runs, RBIs in the top 10.
And you know what? We all appreciate what Chase Headley did as a Padre. I mean, from a TV standpoint, never refused an interview, always accountable, never made excuses. If there was a play he should have made, he would be the first one to say, you know what, I had to make that play. There's no excuses. We're going to miss him. Those Padres down in the dugout, they lost a brother. So they wish him well. We wish him well.
Well, he's going to be in a lineup with more bats around him. That should help his swing. And that right field in Yankee Stadium certainly is going to be inviting when he's hitting left-handed. Amarista grounded a single through the hole on the left side the first time up. Alexei continues to go opposite field more and more, and it has been productive for him.
Well, Junior Lake really playing kind of shallow in left field.
Ground ball up the middle. That has 2 written on it. Oh, not now. A bobble there. They can't get either man. Second baseman Bonifacio booted a double play ball. And the Padres now with a chance with 2 on and 1 out here in the third.
There might be a challenge going on here. Anthony Rizzo kind of gave a look to the dugout to Rick Renteria. Now all the communication is going on. Right there, it's booted by Bonifacio. Safe at first, so since he went to first base and he was safe, E4 on the play. But stay tuned. ...
Looks like he beat the ball to the glove.
If in fact they are going to challenge, kind of a stall game going on right there.
Good hustle by Amarista, not presuming he would be out. Boy, that's bang.
That's close.
Bang, bang. But is there enough evidence to overturn that? And I would think there's some limit as to how long you can wait before you challenge, and that time should have well passed. And Rick Renteria satisfied with the bang bang call. Seth Smith walked the first time, so the Padres have their best hitter up with 2 men aboard, 1 out, down 1-0 here in the third. Off speed in there.
Good first pitch curveball.
Last 8 games at a 409 pace for Seth Smith. Up the middle, right at the man that had shifted on the left side, Castro, and that's an easy 6-3 double play. Well, they had the shift on, and Smith batted it right to the wrong man. Rizzo to lead off the Cubs third. And Rizzo, first couple of years with the Cubs and this year. Well, actually, you include also the Padre years.
Well, the numbers going up, right? Pretty much every category. Experience is the best teacher. And when you are rewarded with a long-term deal, kind of takes some of the pressure off, and the true Anthony Rizzo shines like those numbers he put up right there in 2014. All-star team. He could be a fixture here for a long, long time.
Of course, that trade, you all know, Andrew Cashner coming to the Padres and Rizzo becoming a Cub. Struck out the first time tonight, and that was part of the problem, his brief tenure with San Diego. You could see the power, but he struck out much too much, and able to adjust his swing. And now a dangerous hitter, and that one's hit high to right field. Denorfia looking up, and Rizzo has another. Number 24 for Anthony Rizzo. Yes, indeed, the Cubs have a legitimate power-hitting first baseman. 2-0 Chicago. 24th homer, 54th run batted in.
I'll tell you what, this is a first pitch. This pitch is up, it's in, and Anthony Rizzo somehow locks, loads, and releases and keeps this ball fair landing in the last row of the bleachers, almost going out to Sheffield Avenue. Wow.
Bob Uecker making a good catch on that ball. Starlin Castro walked his first time. That's the 20th home run given up by Stultz this year. Chopper to third, and Chris Nelson makes the play. One away. Justin Ruggiano comes up. There's the fan. Little did he know. Last throw, apologized to his pals that couldn't get better seats. Gonna do a selfie of the ball, I think.
There you go.
Ruggiano knocked in the first run with a shallow fly ball to right field.
You know, you talk about Anthony Rizzo, the numbers we showed you were making improvements from last year to this year. Last year, 189 average off of left-handed pitchers. This year, 316 with 8 round trippers for the Cubs first baseman.
Well, that's a big, big change.
Yes, it is.
Ooh, wild wave at a pitch away. 0-2 on Ruggiano. Yeah, the lights are on now. The first were turned on back in 1988 at Wrigley Field, the last major league team to be accommodated. In a way, a shame because day baseball here is so wonderful.
Yeah.
And all 3 of our games on this trip at night, I don't think that's ever happened.
Very odd, very strange. We always want to try to get a day game here at Wrigley, no doubt about it.
That pitch just inside. Full count to Ruggiano. Nissan Fox Tracks confirming inside. Gets him anyway on a changeup. 4th strikeout for Eric Stultz as we check our Saquon vacation strikeout statistic of this night in Chicago. The Cubs are 3rd most in striking out behind Miami and Atlanta. They fanned 4 times in 3 innings this evening. Wellington Castillo fly to right his first time. Takes a strike. Throw you a little trivia at you, being from the Chicago area and following the Cubs. Do you know why the Cubs early on had third base as their home dugout, not first base?
You know what? I think I might know this one is because their old clubhouse used to be down the left field line. Is that their answer? Is that the answer?
Well, I think left field and third base side for both being for the same reason. Back in the early days, 100 years ago,
right,
when you took your equipment out of the clubhouse, you took it by horse and buggy to get it on a train, and the train tracks were on the left field side.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Line drive left field. That whistles out there. Quick fielding by Smith. And Castillo has a clothesline single, 4th hit for the Cubbies.
It's a nice little nugget of information about Wrigley Field because down the left field line, just beyond the mound, you'll see a door down there. Now it's where the grounds crew keeps all their stuff, and they keep it out, center field, the garage area too. But just beyond here, like if you look this way, there you go. That used to be the entrance. It's either that door or a door closer towards third base. That used to be the clubhouse until like 1983-84. So after the game, the guys would go down the line and go in there to go to the clubhouse.
Yeah, in the old days where you had to build the baseball park in a city block, you had to figure a way. Now, where's the best place to put the club? Polo Grounds at the center field in New York.
That's right.
Junior Lake. Good play made by Conrad at second base, getting behind second to throw him out initially. Big wave and a foul back, 0-2. Well, the lights went on in 1988. First game against the Phils on August 8th, and after the 3rd inning, it was rained out. It's almost as if the baseball god said, "You're not supposed to have lights at Wrigley Field." They played the next day against the Mets. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Stoltz, another strikeout, 5 through 3 innings. It's 2-0 Chicago. Lead 2-0, and it's time for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
On the left, April 18th, YASMANI GRANDAL. He's made an adjustment in his stance. See how more bent he is in the knees? Well, remember the knee problem? How about on the right, Sunday, to alleviate some of the pain? He's not as in a squat athletic position, more of an erect position. And therefore, hey, when you feel more comfortable at the plate, how about going back to camouflage Sunday? Going down on an off-speed pitch and sending it. Dick, it had to be, what, 400-some-plus feet?
It's an amazing line drive considering he just seemed to flick the bat at the ball.
Yeah, very strong, but the stance, you know, and ever since that stance has been modified, YASMANI GRANDAL is hitting the ball pretty well.
Well, the Padres work to be done now, trailing 2-0. YASMANI, the first time up, had a couple of mates aboard, but took a third strike. GRANDAL, Nelson, and Gobert here in the fourth. And an easy tapper to the mound, and the pitcher will flip for the 1-3 putout. You can see his uniform soaked already.
Oh, yeah.
GRANDAL. Chris Nelson, he too bounced to the mound his first at bat.
You want to get behind the plate tonight, Dick, and catch?
Oh man, how about the umpire too?
Yeah, that's true too. The Padres faithful.
Perfectly attired, shirt and cap. Outside corner. 2 hits for the Padres through 3 innings. Venable and Amarista with singles. 0-2. Hendricks looks very comfortable out there, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Doesn't try to overthrow. You can tell by his delivery. He doesn't overthrow the baseball. He knows his limitations. Knows what he can and cannot do. For the fastball, I've noticed 88 to maybe 90 with a little bit of movement. There's a 91 right there on the fastball. 6 ground ball outs from Hendricks. That means he's got some movement on the changeup. He's got some movement on the fastball.
He's got 3 assists already, 3 comebackers. Third baseman Olt, and there's 2 away. That'll bring up Jake Gobert. Man from nearby Northwestern, excited to be here at Wrigley. He lined out the first time to the first baseman Rizzo, and the Gobert clan. And know exactly where. Oh, that's in the left field bleachers. Well, he can go the opposite field. It'll carry tonight.
You know what? Hey, look at this. B squared. They didn't make two B's, so B squared.
Oh, very nice.
A couple of B's there. Would you just leave it to a guy who went to Northwestern?
Yeah, there you go.
All these people here, very smart.
Very clever. That's great.
Oh, Mark Loretta, Joe Girardi, Northwest grads.
Yeah, Girardi's an academic All-America Hall of Famer. And Gobert works the count to 3-0. It's the first 3-0 count from Hendricks tonight. He walked one man in the first inning. Smith on a 3-2 pitch. And ball. Whoa. Late call strike from Pat Holberg.
Hey, good call according to our friends at Southland Technology. Number 4, they like it down and in.
And that one misses. And Gobert a 2-out pass. Second from Hendricks. Brings the tying run to the plate. Chris DeNorfia. Dino bounced to third, his first at bat. In there. He enjoys Wrigley. 353 lifetime. He's been a much better hitter on the road than at home in his career as a Padre. That ball hit well to left field. Lake goes back and has just enough room near the ivy. Long, but just an out, and the Padres leave another. Middle of the fourth, 2-0 Chicago. Lake Michigan, Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball. Brought to you by Petco, the power of together. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. Just off to the right now out of the camera range, the Willis Tower. That's the Hancock, the tall black building in the foreground.
Great skyline here, huh, Dick?
Oh, yes. The Willis Tower is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. 110 stories high. Lots of Padre fans here tonight at Wrigley, enjoying the baseball experience at Old Wrigley Field, the friendly confines. Mike Olt struck out swinging the first time as Eric Stultz goes to work here in the fourth. He's walked 3 and struck out 5, and thus his pitch count already at 70 as we enter the fourth inning. Olt, the pitcher, Hendricks, and Bonifacio.
You know, a lot of Padre faithful here from San Diego visiting. How you doing? Brady and Cooper Strachan are watching in Poway. Their dad is here with Brent King, an old friend of ours. So they're enjoying Padre baseball tonight. Thanks for watching, guys.
GRANDAL freezing that reception there, hoping to get the call. Every 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's in there, strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Stoltz. 1 away here in the 4th. And there's the newest Padre, Yankervis Solarte from Venezuela, the same town, Valencia, that produced Alex Torres, the left-hander in the Padre bullpen. Solaris, a switch-hitting infielder, probably will be playing a lot of third base.
Buddies tell him, see the wall out there in left center field? That's where I want you to hit the most of your balls put in play.
When I put you in as a pinch hitter with 2 on in the late innings, just hit it over that green stuff on the wall.
So welcome.
And we'll tell you more about the right-handed pitcher also in the deal as Hendricks with the count 0-1. 1-1. Right-hander Rafael De Paula, he's 23. They're going to send him to Lake Elsinore from the Dominican Republic. 3 years in the minors. 21-12 record in the Yankee system with well more than a strikeout per inning. Last year 146 strikeouts in 113 innings.
Yeah, that's nice.
So he must have a power arm. And so Solarte will acquaint himself with his teammates.
You know what's great about that shot on the bench? The Padres making him immediately feel right at home, one of the guys, one of the teammates.
2-2. Hendricks walked the first time. And he's got the count 3-2 again. Stoltz has walked 3 and struck out 6. It's the 6th time Stoltz has gone 3-2 on a Cubs hitter tonight. Foul tip, strike 3. 7 now for Stoltz. He struck out 3 in a row. Cholula flamethrower, time to check it out.
Yeah, a little spice on that last fastball at 90 miles an hour. Who doesn't love Cholula? Who doesn't love flamethrower?
On a hot night, put a little more heat on that one, huh?
That'll make your eyes water.
So Stoltz on a strikeout binge, 3 in a row and 4 of the last 5 hitters. But that means more pitches and now up to 81. Bonifacio has half of the Cubs hits, a double and a single. Lined a double into the left field corner and scored in the first inning on the sacrifice fly Ruggiano, and blooped a single down the right field line in the second inning.
First pitch strike category, 14 of 19 for the left-hander Eric Stoltz.
Ground ball deep into the hole goes Amarista. The long throw just in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Stoltz. We go to the 5th at Wrigley. Cubs 2, Padres nothing. wish you were here with us, but hold down the fort back there in San Diego. I imagine you're suffering under the AC of the studio.
Yeah, we miss you out here, boys.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Top of the 5th inning. Brooks Conrad, Eric Stoltz, and Will Venable for the Padres against Kyle Hendricks. His second major league start. Young man from Capistrano Valley High School and Dartmouth College. Line drive over the glove of Rizzo, headed toward the corner. Hustling to cut it off is right fielder Ruggiano, and into second base with a double goes Conrad. Leadoff 2-base hit for Conrad, and the Padres in business here in the 5th.
Nice number 8 guy in the order for Brooks Conrad, and somewhere in Spring Valley, California, East County, Mom and Dad Conrad are smiling ear to ear. Went down and got it over the outstretched glove of Anthony Rizzo, and just like that, a nice leadoff double. See if Eric Stoltz can get him over. He can pull the butcher boy on him. Anthony Rizzo's in.
He is really in.
Olt is in.
Rizzo halfway to home plate. Look at this. He's trying to go over to the third base side, but the throw to third, and he is out. Oh, my. So Conrad, it's a good bunt, but a great play by catcher Castillo to hustle out barehanded, throw to third, and just nail the sliding Conrad.
You know, not a force play, right? So the tag has to be applied. So check out the throw from Castillo. Is it a perfect throw? You betcha it is. It's right over. Even a bad throw might have gotten him because Brooks getting there kind of late. Let's check out the secondary lead. Bunt is down. He's off. You know what? Brooks did everything he could. He's just not Usain Bolt out there getting the third base. It was a good throw. Good tag by Olt.
But high marks for Castillo. He played that like an infielder.
He most certainly did. He did not hesitate. Came out from the crouch, out in front of home plate, didn't hesitate, fired a strike.
So Stoltz fails to help himself. He's at first base. 1 out. Will Venable struck out and singled. I think Stoltz thought he made a good bunt. You see what Rizzo did on that play? He was angling. He committed himself. He was going to go over and try to field it on third base side. Padres, I'm sure, noted that, and they might counter with a little strategy of their own. As that ball up the middle. 1 and 2. 4-6-3, the double play. Bonifacio, Castro to Rizzo. The Padres wrap into their second of the game. Baseball brought to you by Sequan Casino. Real friendly, real close. And by the Aramco Group. Purchase, refinance, reverse. Visit us at arumco.biz. Lake Michigan, if you look far enough to the other side, the grand state of Michigan, the Wolverine State.
And you look at the yacht of Mr. Enberg. He took it out of port, and coming soon, Bryant, Chris Bryant. We talked about him earlier. Hashtag wait until next year. Yeah, it might be sooner than that. Maybe a September call-up. Who knows?
Well, you hope as a major league franchise you have power at the corners of the outfield and powers at the corner of the infield. And it looks like the Cubs will have just that on the infield at least for the next decade. All things go well for them. So 2-0 Cubs. Eric Stoltz goes to work in the home half of the 5th inning. Alcantara, Rizzo, and Castro for the Cubs. Alcantara, walk and a strikeout. Up the middle, Conrad with the backhand, and 1 pitch, 1 out.
I'd like to see the Cubs swing early now, get some ground balls, and get Eric Stoltz right back in that dugout. And tonight on Fox Sports San Diego, we catch a special surfing edition. Oh, hang loose, dude. Mike Pomerantz. Hashtag SD Live featuring professional surfers Tanner Gudauskas.
Oh, no.
Yes, Tanner Gudauskas of the ASP World Surfing Tour and Soul Surfer Bethany Hamilton. Plus, we support a good cause with the Rip Curl Girls out at the U.S. Open on surfing in Huntington Beach. That's tonight after Padres Live on Fox Sports San Diego. A great show, as always.
Rizzo, a strikeout and a home run, his 24th of the season. Don't you go out to the beach now and then just shout, hang 10,
Hang 10.
Yeah,
Yep, absolutely.
And then they come off that surfboard and give you a big hug.
Have you ever surfed? Seriously, did you ever try to surf?
Well, it was real tough in Armada, Michigan. We have all those trees
but when
in
you
the
came
orchard
out,
there. It was
no,
real
when you came out west, you were a youngin' when you came out west.
I was 30 something. Yeah.
Never too late to start, Professor. Hey, if you skydive, you should be able to go out there and try to hang 10.
It wasn't exactly skydiving. It was a tandem.
You just fell, huh? You let gravity do its work.
No, I had the guy behind me pulling all the things. Surfing. Well, you know what? As soon as I get my tattoo, I'm going to surf.
All right.
Rizzo with a big swing. And it's 2-2 on the first baseman. Planted one in the back row of the right field bleachers the last time up.
Yeah, that was a pretty impressive swing, especially where that pitch was out of the hand. Lefty on lefty, Anthony Rizzo. It was in the inner part of the plate. It was up.
Got in his kitchen there, but here's the last time up. Able to turn on that pitch.
Looked like a high changeup. Inner third. Must be in the front row. Boy, he looks so comfortable at the plate.
Line drive to center field. That'll chase Venable back, and he makes the play. And that ball was hit hard. 2 away. And Starlin Castro, the shortstop, steps up. He's walked and grounded to third. Have you ever surfed?
I tried, and that was horrible. I gave it about 5 minutes. See, I'm one of these people to where my attention span, if you give me a riddle, I'll try to figure it out once or twice, and I want the answer. I'm not one of these guys. Now, let me sleep on it. I'll get back to you. I gave it about 5 minutes, and I said, okay, I'm going back into the beach. I'm going to prop myself up and enjoy social sparkling.
Yeah, the tide is a little unpredictable. I can see why that would get to you. Yeah.
So no chance on the surfing. Body surfing, yes. A lot of fun.
I've done that.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
And even that has its danger.
Sure it does.
1-0 to Castro. Yeah, as soon as I get a tattoo and get deeply into ice fishing, then I'm going to take up surfing.
Ice fishing in San Diego, we're going to have to wait a long time for that one.
I'll go back to the farm for that. Over but low, and falling behind Castro 3-0 is Stoltz. Throwing a lot of pitches with 7 strikeouts and also 3 walks above his average. Castro could be green lighted here 3-0. Beware. Nope, and he got a good pitch too.
Hey, Eric's made quite an adjustment. You know, the double scoring, the lead off the game, the home run to Anthony Rizzo we just showed you. So just a couple of pitches that's been the difference in this game. There's no offense for the Padres tonight.
And a couple of double plays when they did have a chance. there he is, Despagne, the near no-hitter on Sunday. Made national headlines. Uh-oh, that ball is crushed to left center field. How deep is it? Off the ivy. Castro will coast into second base with a 2-out double. Just missed a home run. Anything in the air with the wind blowing out, you've got to hold your breath.
Yeah, really didn't have that clean, crisp sound as we take another look. Was he too quick or did he get on him? On contact, down by the label a little bit. Castro does get extended. And you never know this ballpark when it's elevated like that, halfway up, as you mentioned, Dick, off the ivy. Sometimes that ball will get stuck in the ivy, therefore a ground rule double.
And sometimes it'll go in there and two will come out.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's Ruggiano, sacrifice fly in the first inning. Struck out the last time. Lives in Austin, was born in Austin, but didn't go to the University of Texas, went to A&M.
Well, that's a no-no, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess maybe the Longhorns didn't recruit him. That one does not quite catch the outside corner. Yeah. He's not Pablo Picasso tonight. He's Pierre Picasso. The butcher down the street here, 2 blocks over to the right. There's a Pablo.
Yep, that's
he
where
paints that one.
Yep, that's where he needs to be. And just take a look. The next toss will be number 100 for Eric Stoltz. A lot of work the first couple innings.
Yeah, to get him through 5 at least.
Yeah.
Burt Black wants that. Fly ball to center. Long run for Venable. Can't get there. And here comes Castro in to score. It's 3-0 on a blue pit by Ruggiano. Boy, he hit a shallow fly ball for the sacrifice fly and dumps the dying Quail into center for another RBI. All with 2 outs here in the 5th inning.
And nothing you can do there. It's a pitch that he reaches out and gets off the end of the bat. It looked like a changeup. If taken, a ball, and Ruggiano, boy, I tell you what, the swing is going towards the Padre dugout. His backside is going back into the Cubs dugout. And look at that. He gets a big league hit.
Couldn't have thrown the ball out there any better.
You know, a lot of deep counts as Darren Balsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, goes out to have a chat for Eric Stoltz, and Dale Thayer heats up for the Padres. 7 full counts for Eric Stoltz tonight, resulting in a couple of doubles and 3 walks.
And that 100th pitch, costly, although he made a good delivery. Ruggiano gets the bat on the ball. You're dangerous. Castillo a single the last time. Well, the Cubs 3 runs on 6 hits and an error. Padres no runs and 3 hits and no errors. As a kid growing up in the San Fernando Valley during World War II, there was a connection between Los Angeles and Chicago. Wrigley's. It was Wrigley Field in L.A.
Right.
And they were a Cubs minor league operation. Ground ball to short. Amarista will go the short distance. Inning comes to an end, but a 2-out double and a bloop single, and the Cubs now lead 3-0. summary, and the 24-year-old Kyle Hendricks threw 5 innings, allowing the Padres only 3 hits. He struck out a couple, walked only 2, came up with a double play, a couple of them tonight. And on offense, the Cubs got a major league long ball from Anthony Rizzo to make it 2-0. And a Texas League single from Ruggiano, 3-0. And after 5, it's the Cubs in front 3-0. Our Harrah's game summary. Top of the 6th inning. As you look at the principals tonight, Stoltz 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 7 strikeouts. Hendricks out pitching him. Bonifacio a couple of hits and a run. Rizzo with a home run.
So the extra base hit and the home run being the big story tonight as you take a look at the Cubs rankings. 4th in home runs in the National League. Total bases 11th, but they've had a home run. They've had a couple doubles, and that's the story. Not enough offense for San Diego.
And number 1 in ice cream and a Chicago Cubs Medi helmet.
And you have to get one of those when you come to Wrigley Field to cool things down.
Yeah, that used to be so popular around the major leagues. Do we have that at Petco Park?
I believe we do. Yeah, there you go.
Because we're so diet conscious, you know. That.
Yeah. Oh, I say indulge. Dig in. You're at the ball yard.
And Marista lines one down the left field line, but it's slicing foul.
That's the Steve Bartman seats down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seat 113 right up against the railing there. A lot of people come to Wrigley Field and they take their picture right there where Moises Alou had a chance to catch that foul ball. Game 6 of the NLCS. 2003, my goodness, how time flies. 11 years ago? Really?
Ground ball right through the pitcher, but right to the shortstop, Castro. So Amarista out, 6-3. Well, here it is. A moment of infamy for the Cubs and their fans.
Hey, you know what? Steve Bartman did not deserve what he got after that. Any fan would have done that. And you know what? No one ever talks about the error that, was it Alex Gonzalez, the shortstop, that booted the ball at shortstop right after that. So many other things. Mark Pryor, San Diego on the mound that game.
Line drive, base hit. Seth Smith goes the opposite field with a sharp single. Padres need runs. They're down 3-0 here in the top of the 6th. 4th base hit of Kyle Hendricks. And that'll bring up Yasmani Grandal. Just 61 pitches for Hendricks. He's really been very efficient. Looks like the Cubs have themselves a good-looking right-hander. Some easy innings for him. Only 6 pitches in the 5th, only 6 back in the 2nd. Grandal is struck out and tapped to the mound. In the dirt, ball 1.
You know, regarding that Steve Bartman play, if you want to see some good TV, ESPN's 30 for 30, Catching Hell, the story of Steve Bartman in Game 6. It's a well-done documentary.
That's a little high, and 2-0 to Grandal. 1-out single from Seth Smith. Bullpen quiet for the Cubs. Padres have Dale Thayer staying loose. That won't be difficult. No break in the weather. Still very hot and humid.
They said the rain isn't. So there's rain in the forecast later tonight, about 10 o'clock. They said.
Hopefully not interrupting the game, but it can rain all night to cool things off, and then we're going to be fine the rest of the way. They say temperature mid-70s for the next 2 games. 3-0 to Grandal. Ball 4. Well, the Padres once again, this is the 3rd time tonight they have 2 men aboard with only 1 out. They had it in the 1st inning, and then Grandal struck out. Nelson bounced out.
Let's see. FoxSportsSanDiego.com. Scott Miller, Fox Sports San Diego MLB insider. The Padres reconstruction online now, and he's going to be check it out online.
And of course, there are a lot of speculation with a week to go on the trading deadline that the Padres aren't through in the trade market.
Scott Miller does some great work. Check it out.
So 2 on to Chris Nelson, 1 swing, and he could tie this up. Strike 1. Padres had first and second, 1 out in the first and second, 1 out in the third, unable to produce a run. Now here it is again. Nelson has grounded out twice. And another possible double play ball. There's one back to first. Double play. 3 turned by the Cubs infield tonight. Another chance goes by the boards. It's still 3-0 Chicago. All right, Mike and Mark, here's a look at the National League West standings, where the Giants and Dodgers both on the losing edge right now as they're tied for first. San Francisco a couple of percentage points better. Swing and a miss by Junior Lake. 0-2 as Dale Thayer takes over. Thayer's 44th appearance, tying him with Alex Torres for the most games pitched in during the course of the year. Lake has grounded out and struck out. 32,730 the paid attendance at Wrigley tonight.
A good crowd on hand at the friendly confines. Not so friendly for San Diego, though.
Well, the 3 double play balls killed them tonight. 2-2. The bottom 3, Lake, Olt, and the pitcher's spot. Bottom of the 6th. Stoltz goes 5, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 a home run, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Center field, shallow. Venable gallops in and gets there for the out.
And since Dale Thayer is now twirling the spheroid plateward, Enter the right-hander, brought to you by Drew Ford. There you see the numbers. Dick mentioned it, 44th game, 38-plus innings, and nice numbers. Almost a strikeout per inning pitched, and the opponents only hit 228. Last time Dale was out there was on Friday, inning and third against the Metropolitans. Even record at 3-3, a nice ERA at 2.09.
More Padre fans amongst the 32,730 finding their way here to the north side home of the Chicago Cubs. And that's been the pattern for 12 home runs, but also a lot of strikeouts. Whoops, who gets that one?
Paper, rock, scissors. Rochambeau. Who's going to go?
Oh, he's got a youngster. That's the deciding vote there. Jury's out. The kid gets the ball.
Nice. You know, if I was commissioner, every kid coming to the ballpark gets a baseball.
That one misses 1-2. Good thing you're not in business like a candy store. Or well, you give everything away.
What's wrong with that?
That's good, but I'm just saying that you better have a lot of
no, I know.
Shake.
I know what you're saying.
Strike three, and Holt goes down again. First strikeout for Thayer.
Well, it's time for the AT&T fan photo. We showed you earlier. Ice cream. Oh, he's in Rio. Oh, Tony at Tony Fantano. Thank you very much.
How does that count if it's not a baseball scene? I mean, I understand World Cup in Rio.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
Tony, you better come take a picture at Petco. Even it up. Hendricks has walked and struck out facing Stoltz. Pretty good hack. 0-2.
You never get sick and tired of looking at that, huh? Number 19, the old school jersey, Tony Gwynn. They had a moment of silence for number 19 before the game today at 6:55. It was a nice gesture on the part of the Cubs.
Strike three called. A couple of strikeouts for Thayer. A 1-2-3 inning for the Cubs. We go to the seventh. 3-0 Chicago. Oh, 4-0 for the Padres. 5 left on base with 3 double plays impacting that statistic. And it's time now for our San Diego fans of the game. Go get them, Gobert clan. Gobert's B squared clan. And Jake Gobert leads off the 7th inning for the Padres. He lined to first and walked. And a great honor for our partner Mark Grant. He's moved one booth next door, and he will have that Harry Carey traditional honor of leading Wrigley Field and take me out to the ball game. between innings. Talk about a highlight for fans around the world, around Illinois, here in Chicago, ready to go at it. Len Casper there on your right, the play-by-play man, and former pitcher Jim DeShales, the broadcast team here with the Cubs. Yeah, smiling and talking. The Mudmeister. Foul ball, Gobert. Padres need 3 to tie. We're in the top of the 7th, and a dandy pitching performance in his second major league start by Kyle Hendricks, scattering 4 hits and 3 walks. Inside edge, says Pat Hoberg, the plate umpire tonight. 2 strikes on Gobert. And he got him. Breaking ball on the outside edge. Only the 3rd strikeout. The first 2 were in the first inning by Hendricks. Lane Boyer. Don't even want to use the word heating up, getting ready in the right field bullpen area. Denorfia is grounded out and sent a long fly to left. If you're just joining us and wondering about the trade news today, we'll catch you up to date on that. In fact, one of the members acquired from the Yankees is in uniform, sliced into the bullpen foul. Chase Hadley has been traded to the Yankees for 2 players. Yanhervis Solarte, infielder, switch hitting infielder. He's got 6 home runs, 31 RBIs with the Yankees, and Class A pitcher, right-handed pitcher Rafael De Paula. He'll go to Lake Elsinore. Strikeout pitcher, power on. And Solarte, as we said, is available in the Padre dugout for pitch hitting duties tonight. Undoubtedly will be in the starting lineup tomorrow. Line sharply into left field. Over to cut it off is Lake, and Denorfia will turn and hold with a long single. The Padres have their 5th hit off Hendricks. We get word now that Headley quickly to New York. Received the news today, flew to New York, got in uniform, and pinch hit tonight and struck out. Brooks Conrad fly to center and double to right. Padres have had base traffic in every inning but one. Still trying to dent that run column. Might have scored back in the 5th inning, but for a failed sacrifice bunt. Conrad had led off with a double, and Stultz tried to bunt him to 3rd. Catcher Castillo made a terrific play, pounced on it, threw to 3rd, and Conrad was tagged out. If the bunt is successful, then Conrad's at 3rd and would have scored on what would have been just a ground ball to 2nd. Instead, that ground ball to 2nd became a double play. That's playing the game of if, but that's the closest the Padres have come. Only time they had a man almost reach 3rd. There's that changeup. Carlos Quinton in the on-deck circle. The pitcher's spot is next. The infield with 3 double plays set for another. Popped out of play. 1-2 to Conrad. Again tomorrow night, 5 o'clock here on Fox Sports San Diego. Game 2 of the 3-game series. Ian Kennedy will go for his 8th win against Tsuyoshi Wada, the left-hander, in his 2nd major league start. So we're getting back-to-back pitchers for the Cubs in their 2nd major league opportunities. Hendricks has been impressive. One and 2 to Conrad. Hendricks now at 78 pitches. That's very good considering he has 1 out in the 7th inning. He went into the 7th inning his other start, or completed 6, allowed 4 runs and 5 hits, struck out 7, did not get a decision. It's his game tonight. And Conrad with a big swing and will take the long walk. Strikeouts 3 and 4 in this inning for Hendricks. That'll bring up Carlos Quentin as we look at the Subway in-game box score. Venable, Amarista, and Smith all with singles, and Denorfia. Conrad the only extra base hit, no run scored. And now with only one man aboard, had Conrad reached safely, Quentin would have represented the tying run. Bud Black pulls him back, saves him hopefully for a more important occasion. And Tommy Medica will be the pinch hitter. And that will bring pitching coach Chris Bosio to the mound. We understand in his major league debut, a similar situation. Renteria went to the mound to talk to Hendricks, and Jay Bruce had been introduced Cincinnati game, and Hendricks very confidently said, "I've looked at the video, I can get this guy out," and did. He struck him out, talked his way into another frame. So Tommy Medica enters the game as the pinch hitter. 2 outs here in the 7th. 3-0 Cubs. Bud Black looking at his options as we go forward from this point. Dave Roberts, Doc Roberts there as bench coach as they discuss all possible. It's a chess game, and that makes it beautiful in the National League. With no DH, you have to think ahead, play ahead. Medica with home run power. He planted a plenty in the left field bleachers in batting practice. 4 home runs this year. Santa Clara Bronco. If he keeps it going, Will Venable, top of the order next. Hendricks with good command, able to get all of his pitches in the strike zone. He has walked 3, struck out 4. Oh, 2 to Medica. No wave at Wrigley. I'm with you. I've become convinced more and more that the wave really is a symbol that the fans want more action. And they get a little bored, and so they figure, well, they'll just play their own game, which it becomes the wave. And he swings and misses, strike 3. Boy, Hendricks here in the 7th inning, still with great stuff, strikes out the side. And now it'll be Bud Grant and Take Me Out.
All right, let me hear ya, good and loud, all the way down to Joliet. Class of 81, Joliet Catholic is in the house tonight. Are you ready, Gary? A1, A2, A3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame for it. 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball. Yeah. Hey! Hey, buddy! Buddy! Let's get some runs! And check out the guy in the sombrero! Holy cow! Like Check out the guy in the sombrero. Holy cow.
Our Bill Howe play of the game, authored by Mark Grant. One hopper off the bat of Bonifacio, and he's out 5-3. Bottom of the 7th inning, doing your Harry Carey impersonation. Well done, partner.
Well, thank you very much. And somewhere in Joliet, Illinois, my dad is in the basement watching the game. And he's probably not going to come out of that basement for about a good month. My mom is here with my sister. So it's good to see them here. And that was quite an honor. I want to thank the Chicago Cubs for inviting me to do that. It was back in late May and early June. So, hey. Oh, that was fun.
And it was tastefully done when you got root. You didn't say Cubbies.
That's right. I know better.
I said Padres.
I said it in my heart.
Yes, you did.
Well, Blaine Boyer now in the pitch. 13th game for Blaine. Pretty good numbers.
Alcantara has walked, struck out, and grounded out. Well, you do Carey so well. That was perfect.
Thanks.
That stirred a lot of nice memories.
You know, growing up listening to him and being a fan, and it was fun. Now they got to get some runs. Blaine Boyer's got to hold them. Got the good fastball at 94, mid-90s. Pedro Strop on the hill.
7 innings of excellent pitching from the young right-handed Kyle Hendricks, allowing the Padres only 5 hits, shutting them out.
Oh, high fly ball hit deep to right. You can forget about that one. How far will it go? Over the bleachers. Oh my, only the 2nd home run of his brief major league career, and Alcantara plants one on Sheffield Avenue. 4-0 Cubs.
Well, Blaine Boyer has got the good fastball, and this is a good fastball, middle in. Blaine Boyer supplying the power. Boy, a nice, easy stroke from Alcantara. And you know what? He got to that ball quickly on the inside part of the plate, put a good ride into it.
So 4-0 now, a couple of solo home runs, and Rizzo hit the first one back in the 3rd inning. He's also lined to center and struck out. Rizzo's home run reached the last row in about the very same spot. Alcantara's home run flew over even deeper out into the night and into Sheffield.
Looks like a backup slider there at 84 miles an hour. This is where you got to be careful. 2-1 hitters count for Anthony Rizzo. Likes to get extended. I'm betting that Blaine Boyer wants to try to keep the ball away. Or if you throw it inside, you better get it way in.
That hits deep to left center field. And carries. I thought that ball was going to make it to the ivy, but with the strength of Rizzo, 2 more home runs. Rizzo, in his last 10 games, has hit 7 home runs. 2 more tonight. Now leads the National League with 25. As Boyer rudely greeted by Alcantara and Rizzo home runs.
See where the glove is. He wants it inside. And that ball on contact, look at right down the heart of the plate, right there. And you know what, Dick? This is where Anthony Rizzo is going to shine, has been shining recently. Taking that ball and hitting in this ballpark and knowing the conditions and just squaring it up, hitting it hard where it was pitched. Going the opposite way into the basket. That's a kid making an adjustment right there.
Wow.
Rather than trying to pull everything.
Rizzo has found himself a happy home in the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Padres hope the other half of that trade, Andrew Cashner, he'll get healthy enough to serve his side of the deal. Right now, Rizzo's performance just brilliant. All-star performance. We're still waiting for Cashner to get back on the mound.
Yep.
He's been able to pitch in only 12 games all year. Castro doubled his last time up and scored a run. 5 runs, 3 solo homers for the Cubbies.
Yep.
Still only 1 out here in the 7th.
They've shown some awesome offense, and how about getting those ground balls, because the double play has been a big factor for the Cubs as well, taking away the threats for these Padres.
That's right. Any one of those double plays, you play the game of if, what if.
Yep.
Instead of a double play, the ball flies out of the park. It's a different story. 2-2 to Castro with Justin Ruggiano on deck.
13 ground ball outs for Hendricks. Thinking of Eddie Kendricks from the Temptations with ground ball.
You know better than ever to be tempted.
Yeah. You can't do that.
Oh, hubba.
Well, Blaine needs to make an adjustment here, just catching too much of the plate to those hitters for the back-to-back home runs.
Gavin Guest fans, the wind blowing out tonight.
Yep.
You get it up in the air, it'll fly. Nelson with a diving stop and gets him by a half step. Fine play by the third baseman, Chris Nelson.
Hey, if you're scoring at home, put a little asterisk next to that play. Put a little star. Why? Because Nelson going to his left, diving. If that ball gets through to Amarista, who knows what happens? Because look how close it is at first base.
He put everything he had behind that throw, didn't he?
He most certainly did. And got him by maybe a half step.
Might even been closer than that, huh?
That's a great play.
Denying Castro his second hit of the night. So 2 away to Ruggiano, a sacrifice fly, a strikeout, and a bloop RBI single. Cubs are making the mountain for the Padres higher and higher to climb here. It's now 5-0 with only 2 innings to go. Trying to break their 5-game losing streak. They've won only 2 of the last 13. Fan in the first row of the second tier had his hands on it, couldn't hold on. Two balls, 2 strikes. Ruggiano, if he should keep this inning going. Castillo, the catcher, on deck. Back-to-back home runs. Alcantara and Rizzo. And a base hit to right field, trying to cut it off to Northia. Good job of getting in the alley and denying, and a good throw to second base as well, as Ruggiano limited to a long single.
Well, while we have a moment, let's revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by the Honda dealers of San Diego County. And when the Padres coming in to play these Cubs, one of the ones was, hey, table clear for Rizzo. Dick, you and I talked about that. Well, 2 runners left on base in first inning, strike out 2 solo home runs. Eric Picasso, talking about Eric Stoltz on the mound, haven't hit the corners, and he has struck out 7 Cubs tonight in his 6 innings of work.
Actually only went 3 runs and 6 hits.
I stand corrected.
But labored in 103 pitches with these hot, humid conditions. So Boyer being roughed up here. A couple of home runs and a sharp single to right. Ruggiano. Castillo has a single in 3 at bats. He's going for the long ball. 0-2. But too much Kyle Hendricks on the other side. That'll make some of the folks happy watching Fox Sports San Diego up there in Newport Beach and Capistrano Valley. Standing to win his first major league game. Way out in front, cueing it foul. That ball hit well to right center field. A long run for Denorfia and Venable. It's up against the ivy on one hop. Here comes Ruggiano around third. He will score easily. And into second with an RBI double, Castillo. It is 6-0. Ruggiano scoring for the first time. Castillo drives in his 29th run of the season.
Well, the Cubs hitting the long ball, and the Cubs splitting the gaps and doing some fine hitting as well. Ruggiano going the opposite way with a single. Castillo going to the right center field gap. And once again, look where that pitch is. It's up, it's elevated, it's away. And rather than trying to pull it like Anthony Rizzo's home run, Castillo does a nice job of splitting that right center field gap for the double.
So they've doubled the score from 3-0 with 3 more here in the 7th. They have a half-dozen run lead. Junior Lake, hit taken away by Brooks Conrad at second. A good play. He struck out and flied out since. Two homers, a single and a double off Boyer. A real baptism for Boyer here in Chicago.
Yeah.
He had pitched very well.
And Darren Balson, pitching coach, on the horn down to the bullpen. We'll see some action.
And that ball whistled foul, but way out of here. Tim Stauffer up. Stauffer now the longest tenure, as was the case even before Headley traded today. Stauffer and Venable, the deans now of the Padre team. Oh, and 2 to Junior Lake, 24-year-old, another from the Dominican. We mentioned at the start, Bonifacio, Castro, Castillo, Lake, and Alcantara, all from the Dominican in the starting lineup. Quite a pipeline to Chicago.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Some of the retired numbers here at Wrigley Field of the favorite Cubs, Banks and Santo. Santo passing away recently. Oh, and 2. Fouled away.
You know, one of those flags hanging up there, old number 26, Hall of Famer, sweet swinging Billy Williams. Had a chance to see Billy in the dugout and chat with him. What a gentleman. What a class guy. There he is, number 26.
That whole team was full of class guys. Santo and Williams, Banks.
Becker, Kessinger, the infield, third to first, Hundley and Pappas.
Even their manager, Leo DeRocher, had some class. Swing and a miss by Lake. And finally, the 7th for the Cubs comes to a close. They score 3. One of them on a second home run of the night. There's the first one to right field for Anthony Rizzo, and he decides to use left field. Here in the 7th, he now has 25 dingers for the year. Records and RCA Victor Records want to record that and distribute it nationwide. It certainly will be seen on every Chicago television station tonight. Well, if you didn't join us before the 7th inning stretch, folks, you'll finally learn why Mark Grant isn't even allowed to sing in his shower in Alpine. Will Venable.
Let's get some runs.
Yeah, strikeout, single, double play for Will tonight. And Marista and Smith to follow. 5 hits scattered among 5 different Padres. Pedro Strop, the right-hander on the mound. Chop to the left side. Castro on the run, throws high but gets him anyway.
Oh, you know what? I'm not really like a bucket list guy. But I tell you what, where I was just standing right there while I was doing the 7th inning stretch, that to me is hallowed ground. The announcers that have sat in that booth here at this ballpark, and I just feel honored that the Cubs asked me to do it. And of course, I was a big fan of that man too, Harry Carey.
And I was a big fan of the man before him, Jack Brickhouse.
Loved Jack Brickhouse too. I grew up listening to Jack Brickhouse, and then Harry came along, and you know, I'm a firm believer, and you know, you're a product of your environment, I believe, right? Well, my baseball environment was listening to Jack Brickhouse and Harry Carey. And those guys rooted for their teams.
Yeah. Hey, that was Brickhouse.
And, you know, I'm a fan.
You know,
I love the Padres.
Yeah.
I want them to win.
Well, you know, what you did, it's become quite an honor. Pass through anyone with any Chicago connections, right. Bill Murray and many stars and athletes, football and basketball have played that role. And
so it's a great honor, and I'm indebted to the Chicago Cubs. I really appreciate the organization asking me to do that. It was fun.
And Marista now with the count 1-1. He has 1 of the 5 hits. Boy, fastball at 95. Well, Kyle Hendricks bidding for his first major league win. Goes 7 innings, no runs and 5 hits, walked 3 and struck out 5.
Pedro Strop, he can get it up there. 97, 98 on the fastball off the slider, and also a split-fingered fastball that just drops out of the zone. A lot of breathing room right here for the Cub right-hander. Trying to work the outside part of the plate.
It's not true that his nickname is Jock, is it? I heard that it might be.
It could be. You never know this game of baseball. Yeah. We've had some unique nicknames. Nicely done, Professor.
Fouled away.
See Amarista trying to use every part of the field. That fastball trying to take it the other way. That pitch previous to that one, fouling it down the right field line.
Seth Smith on deck. Got him. Breaking ball in the dirt. First strikeout for Strop. Well, for the Cubs, quite a day for this 24-year-old. Kyle Hendricks called up from their Iowa AAA farm team. 0s and 0s for runs and earned runs. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. Shutting out the Padres on 5 hits. Helped by 3 double plays.
Yeah, the ground ball was a big part of his game. Good action on each pitches. The fastball, the changeup.
Yeah, that's a good point. Going back through the scorebook, only 2 outfield flies in 7 innings.
I believe 13 of his 21 outs were recorded on the ground.
Yeah, the outfielders weren't busy at all. Conrad hit a fly ball to center for an out, and Dornorfia chased left fielder Lake back to the warning path to grab his lone fly, and that was it. Seth Smith, a walk, double play, and a single. And this one right into the shift. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. 6-3 on the putout is the way I'm scoring.
As you know, coming up, and you know, he was a peer, but he kind of beat us all to the big leagues and kind of helped us, you know, get settled and kind of led the way for us. And he just continued that into his career as a leader and you know, a guy who's out there every day and producing, and you know, just like I said, a great guy and a great leader.
Will Venable on his now former teammate Chase Headley, who was traded to the Yankees today. He's been with them ever since he first put on a Padre uniform. They were together 6 years, since 2008. So the toughest part was that he didn't even get a chance to say goodbye because he left the hotel so early this morning. I did see Chase before he left, was clean shaven, was ready to be part of the pinstripes. They don't allow the facial hair up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a new life for him and his family. And I think every Padre fan wishes him well, really well.
Yep.
Chopper and a charge by Nelson at third, and he throws out Old. One away as Tim Stauffer takes over for the Padres here in the 8th inning.
Well, there you see the numbers on Timmy. He's very versatile. Of course, we know that. He can start, he can relieve, he can go long, he can go short. Like to bring that ERA down, but you know what? As a reliever, when you go out there and you give up maybe a 3 spot or so, that has the ERA raise up a little bit as Wesley Wright, one of the 2 left-handers for Rick Renteria in the Cubs bullpen, heats up.
You know, like Blaine Boyer, he'd gone 12 innings and allowed only 2 runs and had a fancy 1.17 ERA, and then all of a sudden 1 inning gives up 3 runs. That's a crusher. Over the shift as a leaping try by Conrad as Sherholtz in the double switch entered the game and placed in the 9th spot of the batting order by Rick Renteria. And despite the shift and Conrad playing shallow right field, Sherholtz able to lace a single to right.
Hey, sometimes the ball is going to find the glove, and sometimes the ball is going to find the garden spot. It looks like Brooks kind of came in at first, but then had to retreat back and well out of his reach. Hey, just placed perfectly. Nothing that Brooks Conrad could have really done right there.
11th hit for the Cubs tonight. To the top of the order, and Bonifacio, a double, scored the first run back in the first inning. A single and a couple of ground outs. 2 for 4 as he returns to the Cubs lineup off the DL. Chopped up the middle. There's the flip to second for 1. No chance for the double play. And there's 2 out, and Bonifacio safe on the fielder's choice. And tomorrow, 5 o'clock here on Fox Sports San Diego, Ian Kennedy will seek his 8th win of the season as pitched outstanding ball in the last month of the season against Sioshi Wada, left-hander, former Japanese star in his 2nd major league start. So Ian Kennedy takes the hill for the Padres in game 2 of this 3-game series. Enjoying something humorous down in that dugout. 2 outs, and Bonifacio, a good base stealer, as that ball hit by Alcantara deep to left, but Smith waits for it to come down at the edge of the track. And the inning comes to an end. Last call for the Padres. Top of the 9th. It'll be YASMANI GRANDAL leading it off. Baseball, brought to you by RCP Block and Brick. Start your outdoor project at rcpblock.com. By Petco, the power of together. And by your San Diego Lexus dealer. With Mark Grant and Chris Button, Dick Henberg, welcome back to Wrigley Field, Chicago. On a hot, humid summer's evening, the hottest of the summer. And the Cubs bats the same, 6-0 Chicago. As Wesley Wright, a left-hander, comes in to pitch for Chicago in the top of the 9th inning, Grandal will lead it off for San Diego. Batting right-handed for the first time tonight. He has struck out, tapped to the mound, and walked.
Well, Wesley Wright, the left-hander, pretty good numbers. Look at the strikeouts, innings pitched. Almost a strikeout per innings pitched. He throws a fastball, curveball, changeup, and a slider. Not very overpowering, Dick. About 88 to 92 on the fastball.
And his first 2 deliveries below the knees of the hitter Grandal. YASMANI with home runs Saturday and Sunday to close out the homestand at Petco. And he takes again 3-0. Chris Nelson, then Jake Gobert for the Padres. Oh, by the way, the 3 men on the first, second, and short for the Padres who started the season, Alonso, Jerko, and Loeb, a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 9th. And Cabrera, all have seen duty at El Paso, so that's a good sign. In fact, Cabrera was 1 for 1 last night, so they're close to coming back. And Jerko also has seen duty, so has Yonder Alonso.
Yeah, it's been too long, hasn't it?
Yeah. So the face of this team is going to take an uplift here before the end of July. We're going to see nothing like perhaps what we're watching tonight, in that there's going to have to be a shuffling of the cards, new players. Chris Nelson might be one. What's his future? He's 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of ground outs and a double play grounder. And Wright 1-1. Jake Gobert to follow. Big fan club. Be nice to see Gobert get up there and smack one. And Rene Rivera's in the on-deck circle, so he may be hitting for Gobert. Gobert against the right-handed starter Hendricks, lined out, walked, and struck out. And he backs him off, 2-2. Stay tuned for Padres Live with Mike and Mark. We'll hear from manager Bud Black. I'm sure he'll have comments not only about tonight's game, but on the big trade today with the Yankees. Ground ball to third. 5-4-3. The 4th double play turned by the Cubs tonight. The 2nd time Nelson has hit into one. Oh my.
A lot of ground balls tonight. Padre hitters just haven't been able to square some up, and that means the Cub infielders getting some work around the horn. 5-4-3 and a nice stretch by Anthony Rizzo, making it look so easy over there at first base. Padres down to the last out.
And Jake Gobert will not hit. Rene Rivera will bat for him. That'll disappoint a couple of hundred fans who are here to cheer for Gobert tonight. 221 with a half dozen homers for the popular catcher. Strike one. 1 out away from their 15th whitewash of the season. 1-1. Down to the final strike, 1-2 to Rivera. Cubs back home after a long and unsuccessful road trip. Since they made that trade with Oakland, Samardzija and Hamill going to the A's, they were 2-11. They play better at home. No surprise there. 1-2 the count. And that'll do it. The Cubs open the homestand with an impressive 6-0 shutout of the Padres. Padre Live is next, and here's Mike Pomerantz in San Diego.